So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and create an external JavaScript file that's going to handle this. So I'm going to save this out in my JS directory. Remember, index.php is the file we're currently working with. JS is where our JavaScript files are kept. So I'm going to save this as pages, or we'll just say nav.js. That would make it a lot more sense. So nav.js we now need to go ahead and include on our page. So the script type is text/JavaScript. The source is js/nav.js, and we'll end the script there. So we've now included nav.js on our page, and we can use this to pick up these links that belong to the menu top class and then load the appropriate content into the content area div. So quite simple, and the code is also extremely simple as well. So we need to use a selector in jQuery to select the everything that belongs to this particular class, menu top. So we need to say .menu_top, and then we're going to say .click, and then a function inside of here. So essentially what's going to happen is when we click any link that has the class menu top, we want to do something inside of these function brackets. So we'll just pull that down so it's a lot easier for us to read. Let's just say, for example, at the moment, alert clicked. Now we have one of two problems. The first, well, one of the problems is that we haven't actually, loaded the content into the div yet. When I click on home, you can see it says clicked. However, then it redirects to home.php. Now what we want to happen is these links to be unforwardable. We don't want them to go over to the pages directory and select the particular file once we've clicked them. So we can do this using return false at the very end of our function definition. So all of our other code will go here, and as long as return false is at the end, this will not redirect the user to the page. So I've just gone ahead and refreshed the page. When I click home, we have this clicked dialog up here, but when I press OK, you can see that now it hasn't redirected us to pages/home.php, and the same with the other links as well. So when we click a link, it says clicked, but it doesn't actually forward us to the page, which is what we want, because we want to then show the contents of the page in the div area down here. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get rid of the alert. The first thing we want to do is we want to determine based on which link where we are going. So if we click home, we want to show the contents of home.php. If we click portfolio, we want to show the contents of portfolio.php, and then the same with contact as well. So we need to create a variable called href, and this is going to take the attribute from these links. So this is an attribute, and this is the value of the attribute. So we want to take the value of href based on when we click it. So we simply reference this. Remember, this will refer to any member in menu top, but when we define it as this, what it does is it takes only the current link that we've clicked. Let me just go ahead and show you what would happen if we do .menu top. We want to use the attr function, which will take a particular attribute from these this class here, so the class menu top. We want to take href, so we type href in here. So now var href will hold the reference, the link location inside of this variable. So let's go ahead and alert href. Now this isn't going to work because we've used a selector menu top instead of this. So when we click home, you can see that we get, oh, it does work. Oh, okay. Oh no, okay, it doesn't. Okay, so now you can see the problem. We've got pages home.php for each link, and that's because we're only referring to one instance of this class. What we want to do is we want to use this, and this will then refer to whichever link has been clicked. So now by changing that to this, pages/home, and now it says pages/portfolio.php, and the same with contact as well. So now that we've got the actual link based on the href here, we can go ahead and do something with this. So what we want to do is we want to reference or select the content area. So we're going to go ahead and say hash content area, and we want to say dot load, and then we want to load the location, which is the href. So just a quick tip now, or just a quick pointer now, the way we've done this, which means that whichever menu we choose, whichever menu item we choose, it will link to the appropriate place because we've used this menu top class, and it will just instantly take the href associated with it. So there's no JavaScript page on here, like an onClick event, for example. onClick equals like load, you know, and we could say load pages / home.php. This would be bad because we're using inline scripting. So to cut this out, we have just taken the attribute associated with the link. So an extremely effective way to do things.